Hello, this is Bill Cludsey. Welcome to a Rivals of Ixalan draft. And it might be finally time here to try the Polyraptor deck. I might have tried it once before. A card like this could probably wheel on the table, but Polyraptor, 8 mana, 5/5, 8 mana, Colossopede. And whenever it's dealt damage, create a copy of it, so it's basically immortal in combat. So that's a good thing, but you can combo it with fight spells or red burn to keep getting more of these and overwhelm your opponent. It's a fairly weak pack. There's no Chupacabra or something to really distract us. The uncommons are all good. The Adept and Aspirant are good in their decks. Hunt the Weak is fine. Squire's Devotion, even this guy is pretty good. But let's try it. Why not? Let's go for it. We really want ways to make it cheaper, to ramp, to survive the early game, and do all that stuff. Don't mind going into a third color. Part of the cool thing about Rivals of Ixalan, as opposed to regular Ixalan, is the fixing you get. Here you might be happy with Hunt the Weak, because it kind of works with Polyraptor. Pretty much you'll want most of these cards to help you get to the point of casting Polyraptor. I'm going to take Moment of Craving. It's just the best card in the pack by far. And yeah, I don't mind being in black-green, even though typically it's not your synergistic combination. Okay, next up, a lot less going on here in the colors we're interested in. So I'm looking at Squire's Devotion. Red is a color we could be interested in, and Legion Conquistador #1 is kind of a thing. We'll keep our eye out for those, but I'll take the Devotion here. And maybe green will be completely shut off and we won't even end up going into Polyraptor. But at least we gave it the old try, huh? Trailblazer, so how do we pivot in this? Soul of the Rapids and try to do some kind of hexproof flying lifelink thing. That's always good for a few wins. Forerunner of the Coalition, we don't have much going on with that yet. A bit high of a pick. Goblin Trailblazer is a bit better, but it's our 4th color. So is Soul of the Rapids. Or we could try to be some kind of pirate deck. Or not pirate, a vampire deck with Sanguine Glorifier. What would you pick? I'm going to pick Soul of the Rapids. And another Squire's Devotion. It looks like Vampires is somewhat open and green is somewhat not open. And then we have Forerunner of the Empire. Almost missed this, but why don't we assemble Exodia here? We're just going to play 5-color nonsense. And if we win, well, the stars have aligned. This is a good start for something like a, what's it called? Sailor of Means deck. We could just be blue X, blue black X, or blue red X, and maybe get these Polyraptors going eventually. Okay, another one. Forerunner. How does this work? I think, I haven't counted, but I've heard that you get like 7 Polyraptors if you just keep activating Forerunner as they keep entering. Because eventually Forerunner doesn't survive any more hits. So if you pumped up Forerunner's toughness somehow, or made it indestructible, you'd start killing off your own Polyraptors too. But you'd probably keep getting more than you're killing. Anyway, obviously we take that. It's a combo card, and it'd be really cool to see this going. So we'll have to look out for other dinosaurs that we can cast along the way, because just going from 4 to 8 mana is not necessarily going to work every time. We're passing to E. Pestov, AK Mid, Hill Tribes, Greyblan 2, Oscar Ebenhart, I know Quackfu, and Amoris 27. Next up, Woodland Stream to help out with our many colors, although Soul of the Rapids could be an easy first cut. Then we have Brazen Freebooter and Fanatical Firebrand. The Freebooter goes up in a deck like this, except it's fighting for the 4-drop slot. The Firebrand is quite nice, and that's something we could have in play the turn we cast Polyraptor. It just cuts red. It's not even the strongest card in the pack. Secrets and Woodland Stream are both more appealing. But yeah, let's cut red, and let's go with the theme we have going on here. No way. Another Forerunner? One more and it'll be our fourth runner. Which, at this rate, it's almost likely that we get it. Path of Metal would be cool too. But yeah, this was some crazy pack. You'd love to open this in sealed. Look at it. It's all white, it's all red, and they're all playable. It has to be Forerunner here, just maximize the chances we have of getting it to work. Forsaken Sanctuary, just our double splash, our white-black splash, and then Sun-Crested Pterodon is back. That's a signal, or could be. I like the Pterodon here. If we get enough playables in our colors, we won't even need the Moment of Craving. Soul of the Rapids is back. This is going to be something. This is going to be some kind of deck here. Even Orazca Relic is reasonable, but it's a little bit early to pick it up, and there are better green options for ramping. Raptor, yeah, best option here, unless we wanted the Cleansing Ray for the sideboard. But if we're playing white at all, then the Raptor looks like it might be better. Any chance we wheel that Path of Metal? I'm not sure there were enough cards left in the pack. I wasn't really paying attention. But if we do, we have, well, 3 Vigilance and Haste creatures already. And we could pick up a Strider Harness to give something else haste. Alright, Snubborn Sentry is back. Mutiny. Tough call between those two. Mutiny is generally good as a one-of in your deck. Sometimes it won't have targets. I'm going to go for the Snubborn Sentry here. It protects us until our late game. And it looks like we're, if anything, we're white, red, splashing green. Because green has not been open this pack at all. So Merfolk aren't really in it, and maybe some combination of green-red dinosaurs. That seems unlikely when we get 3 Forerunners. Okay, another Firebrand, and yeah, we're not wheeling the stuff we necessarily want. What about Tillinelli's Crown? It's a pretty good one here. I'm not in love with the 1/2 dinosaur for 2. Okay, what do we get? Jadelight Ranger. Another Relentless Raptor, so Path of Metal could have been a sick pick, but yeah, there's only so much we could have gotten from that pack. I'll go with the Jadelight Ranger here. It helps find lands that we need. We could bottom 2 non-land cards and it gets bigger, or just draw 2 land cards, or some combination of those things. It's worth something. It puts us back towards green, which we're definitely trying to make work in this draft. So that's a solid card here. Another option would be Relentless Raptor, maybe to streamline things, but that's just not as cool. And probably not as worth it. Either Jadelight can probably sell for a few tickets here. Well, foil Admiral's Order, and a Thrashing Brontodon. Another little reward for being in green here. It's heavy green, but it is a big body for 3 mana, and it has some extra utility. Let's grab it. And you'd be surprised how often the Naturalize effect comes up in Rivals of Ixalan. You've got all of the artifacts and enchantments that flip into lands. They're all pretty powerful. Evolving Wilds. I think we need that here, since we're playing so much heavy green to start with. And we'll take that over Sun-Crested Pterodon, a fine 5-drop. But yeah, we have to make sure our color works. Anything else here? Strength of the pack is one you don't look at so often. It is a good finisher, but it's not so reliable because it's not a good top deck when your board is dead and your opponent's board is dead. It doesn't have that win instantly feel to it for the mana cost. Okay. The counters are persistent, so that makes it a lot better, as opposed to something like Overrun. But Overrun doesn't care if the buff falls off because your opponent's dead. with all the trample. Another Squire's Devotion. I can get behind that. Squire's Devotion plus Forerunner of the Empire is another combo that's fun to see, and you can get even more Polyraptors. I'm starting to get excited. What we need is more dinosaurs, though. It can find, it can find a couple. Get a dinosaur count here. Almost not including Polyraptor, but with Polyraptor, we have 5. I'll take another Squire's Devotion. What else? Are we splashing black with Foul Orchard? Do we want Moment of Triumph or maybe Overgrown Armosaur? It's not necessarily the best, but it does give us more tokens that we can ping away with our Forerunner to gain more life if we equip the Devotion. And it's probably just fine. The Forerunner does the damage, and then the Saproling comes into play. It's just a reasonable body for the cost. Sea Red is a little more aggressive than I'm looking for, though powerful. And Foul Orchard, while splashing Moment of Craving, we're going to have enough playables in 3 colors. So don't need to worry about that. Here we go. Knight of the Stampede versus a Heliopterus. I've been somewhat impressed with the Heliopterus. If you're looking for a way to win, combine it with Relentless Raptor. Think of it as a free Cobbled Wings in your deck. And 2/2 flyer for 3 wouldn't be bad, and this is a nice little bonus for the extra mana. Next up, we have Crafty Cutpurse. We should really cut this, because if our opponent gets our Polyraptors, you don't have the option of making the token. So if you start going nuts with Forerunner of the Empire, the turn you ping like 3 of your Polyraptors, they're like, oh, flash in this, my Polyraptors. I'm tempted to hate draft it even though it is a league, because there's not much else here. We could take an Orozco Raptor, but we're not too excited to find that. Corsair, Jungle Creeper, fixing for blue. None of it is really that exciting. I would have taken the land there if there wasn't this Crafty Cutpurse. And I would definitely cut this on a table with 8 people that I'd be sure to play against. Even, you rarely would main deck this, but out of the sideboard, it's pretty devastating. Anyway, Vona's Hunger, it's a good one. The Frillback, that's fine. Probably even good. And Strider Harness. Let's go for the Frillback here. Another Relentless Raptor. And Shake the Foundations. We have enough of that effect, I think, and we just need quality early creatures to get in there. This is a good one. Imagine putting Squire's Devotion on this. 4/4 Vigilance Lifelink. Every turn, that'll always trade with something. Corsair and Admiral's Order. This is not really a Corsair deck. This is more of an aggressive pirate card, and we're really trying to be a mid-range or late-game dinosaur deck. So Naturalize seems like the correct pick here. I'm a little tempted by that Admiral's Order, I'm not going to lie. Overgrown Armosaur and Mutiny. Do we have enough interaction without the Mutiny? I think we do. So I'll take another Armosaur. It's our last chance there. We could clone our Polyraptor. Ah, and our opponents could clone it. They get their raid trigger. Enter the well-known. A couple of those. You really have to ask yourself if you have enough early to justify this, because you're not getting much out of its cheap cost if you don't have a target for it. And we have some good targets for it. 5 early dudes. Ooh, getting paid off here. A rare dinosaur. No, the Merfolk Branchwalker is just one I'll play in every green deck that I have the chance to play it in. It's like a better Jadelight Ranger, and that's saying a lot. The extra green you're paying for Jadelight Ranger just isn't worth it, from what I can tell. Oh, they're both good, though. That is saying a lot. Air Elemental is another good one. Deeproot Warrior is aggressive. And it's possible we wheel Goring Ceratops, and we could think about putting that in. Because at the point you have 2 Polyraptors attacking with Double Strike, It's just really hard to set up, though. Anyway, Merfolk Branchwalker. Ooh, Ranging Raptors. Now that will help us get the job done. Forerunner into Ranging Raptors gets a land, and then that land will help you cast Polyraptor, and you can go from there. Belligerent Brontodon makes a little sense in the deck, but something like that could wheel, and it's not as important as the Ranging Raptors here. It does make our Knight better, and these Forerunners better, but not by much. Makes the Pterodons better too. I'll go for Ranging Raptors. Wow. What? I'm seeing like 4 rares here. I think only 2 of them are actually rares. Kapala and Treasure Map. And it's gotta be Treasure Map, but the Raging Swordtooth is quite the card. If you play this after a Forerunner, you can do 2 to everything. And that clears the way for the Relentless Raptors. It hits your Ranging Raptors twice. It hardly kills any of our guys. Well, some of them. And you don't have to use the Forerunner's ability, so if you just need to do 1 damage, then that is an option with it as well. But Treasure Map is a lot of value. As long as we can survive, this is the kind of card we need. And I'm going to take it, and possibly the Raging Swordtooth wheels. That's unlikely. Another Ranging Raptors. You got it. This could be our 2nd Conquistador, unless I've just been ignoring them. Which isn't a lot, but yeah, Raptors. Finally, it's been a while since I've had an Enraged deck, but this fits the bill. We've got a lot of good ways to activate, to set it off, to do damage, and a lot of cool effects once we are doing the damage. Alright, next up, we have a choice between Bishop Soldier as some early thing to do, and Tishana's Wayfinder as a medium thing to do. What does our deck need? Our deck does need 2 drops, and this is a good way to start things off. Our 3-drop slot also helps get lands and things, so it's weird. And I'm not sure our mana base can support it so well, but I'll take Bishop Soldier here. Gosh, that's... that felt really close. It could even be wrong. But as far as 2-drops go, this is good, even if it's not quite as good as it was in Ixalan, or just a dedicated vampire deck. Suncrown Hunters is another one we can take advantage of. Tillinolly's Knight would be aggressive. But our deck is all in on these Forerunners, and yeah, this is another good thing to do with them. Oh well, a bit punished. I don't necessarily want 2 Suncrowned Hunters, but I could see taking Verdant Rebirth, targeting an early Fanatical Firebrand that we sack, or Relentless Raptor that gets caught up in business it can't handle on its own. Yeah, I take the Rebirth. Ooh, Makeshift Munitions. It's too bad we don't have a Treasure Maker, but throwing around damage in an Enraged deck is a good way to get things going. Like, you can sacrifice your Sapperling tokens before they get hit. Make an endless stream of 1/1s that way. Yeah, it could be worse. I'll take it. It gets better if your opponent has a lot of 1 toughness things. Commune and Ravenous Daggertooth. Tough, but I'll take Commune to help even our draw out, and a Belligerent Brontodon. At this point, we're cutting things that just don't make sense in the deck. Like the Frillback, despite being a dinosaur, one of the Firebrands, possibly the Crown. The Crown, I mean, that gets pretty powerful on a Relentless Raptor. Here, not interested in anything. Take someone's Legion Conquistador. Could cut something like Jadelight Ranger, but that seems crazy too. Verdant Rebirth out. Still need a few. I wouldn't necessarily consider Commune mana source, even though it's early, but it does count. It does help count towards that. So 16 plus commune might be about right. Less ramp than I'd like here. It's really just ranging raptors plus forerunners. One of the Squire's Devotions can come out. Might have to. And what do we like better, Bishop Soldier or Snubborn Sentry? Take one of the Squire's Devotions out. That feels weird and probably wrong. Did we just duplicate a Squire's Devotion? Yeah, not legal. Okay, I'll be right back. If we reload the program, we can rebuild, and it'll hopefully get rid of this bug, but that's the only way I know of doing it. Alright, so we're back to something like this, and we need one cut. That could easily be Tillinolly's Crown, or Relentless Raptor, or Verdant Rebirth, to some extent. That sounds fun to play with here. It's always good for replacing itself, at least. Belligerent Brontodon. The two devotions make a lot of sense here, comboing with Armasaur and Forerunner. Just beefing things up, gaining a lot of life. Branchwalker, yeah, I like all our 2-drops. I like having a few of these 1-drops to mess around with. So why don't we cut Verdant Rebirth? Oh shoot, and put in Treasure Map. So we need one more cut. What's it going to be? Let's cut Tillinolly's Crown. We'll have enough damage without this extra effect there. Cool. Mana balance. It's going to be the weak part of our deck. Mostly green, and then evenly split between, well, almost evenly split between white and red. So we got 11, 8, 7. It's going to be one busy treasure map. 11, 8, 7. Okay, so 7, 4, 4, plus an Evolving Wilds. And then we have an early commune to help things out. Treasure map slightly. And mainly just trying to survive until we get to draw the lands we need. Great. Do we want 17 lands plus the commune? It's possible. It's definitely possible, but I can't for the life of me think what I would want to cut. Maybe another Armasaur. So we'll try it this way, and hopefully get some Polyraptors in play. Round 1. It's an interesting choice. With 16 lands, do I want to be on the draw? It really depends on my opponent's deck, but we'll play first, and hopefully we get some lands. It's good enough here. Any land gives us a 4/4 Vigilance lifelink, and then once we draw green, that'll help us get the second green, and we have mostly green in our deck anyway. They're down to 6, however. Oscar Eberhardt. We were drafting against them, so good thing we cut the crafty cut purse, and they're down to 5. Oh no! We're basically at 5 now with what we can cast in our hand. Ooh, it's going to be some kind of vampire deck. Or that's what it looks like, based on just that one land. It's more and more common to see 3-color decks, like some Esper build, or heck, I've even seen 4 and 5-color decks. Land. No. But our turn is forced. We have no options. The only options we have are to tap our lands for no value. Okay, so now we're on the draw against a mulligan to 5. Well, a mulligan to 6 if you want to look at it that way. Oh no, baffling end. Okay, so we don't have anything left, but at least we didn't waste our Squire's Devotion on that. Not the right land to draw, but at least we did draw a land. If we draw green next turn, we can do something like Forerunner into Ranging Raptors. try to claw back. Nope. Was not meant to be. Could easily be too few lands, but even with 16 lands, this is below expectation of how you'll draw. Well, we're getting crushed. No attacks. I wonder what they're scared of. Since I want to keep drawing lands, and we have a dinosaur, I'm just not going to activate the Forerunner. Unless there's something, well, we'll look. Unless there's something we really want to put on top. Not the Polyraptor, not the double green cards, maybe another Ranging Raptors. Or Snubborn Sentry. Actually, yeah, that'll do it. Get another Sentry here, then we can play Raptors and the Sentry. Then ramp us 2, which is better than drawing a land this turn. And it doesn't kill their dudes. We'll worry about that later with our Squire's Devotion. Gain some life back. Can they be done yet? Vona. More mana, maybe they'll play some big lifelinker. Or just pass. So I hope our Forerunner doesn't die in response to this. But we'll get Ranging Raptors down. Okay, it's going to activate once. Let's grab more green. Green until the end of time here. Do it again. Activate it again. It might be too little too late against this board of theirs, but it's not going to stop me. More green. And get in 1 damage or play around some kind of a effect that'll kill it. Next turn we have to be even more careful. We've got Squire's Devotion, but I guess we also have Thrashing Brontodon. Oh, that'll be a neat combo, especially if we draw land. We put the Devotion on the Forerunner, play the Brontodon, ping everything, gain 6 life, get a land, get the City's Blessing, and then kill Baffling End and do it all again. Do we just take this again? Yeah, unfortunately, I think we have to take it here. If we had Snubborn Sentry as a 3/3, we'd definitely block, but that has to wait a turn. Close, so close. What? Contract killing? Oh no. That was not very nice. We could try to find another one, but it won't get it all done this turn. So instead, I don't want red this turn. Try to plan out the whole turn here. I think instead we go Squire's Devotion on the Snubborn Sentry, and, well, either Thrashing Brontodon or Jade Light Ranger. Or Commune. And since we can do both of those, maybe we Commune first. Unless we want to hold up the Brontodon, but... Oh, Polyraptor. Polyraptor's almost good, but I think it's not good. We'll keep it. We'll keep it on top. In case we draw another Forerunner. Now they know we have it. That's fine. That's fine. Don't kill our Sentry. What next? Jade Light Ranger to try to find something, or Thrashing Brontodon for a good blocker on the Glorifier. They'd both be good blockers for it. I want to hit land and then Forerunner. Land and then Branch Walker. Let's go Graveyard with that. We already played a land, I guess, here, so time to attack. The real question here is, do we attack with Ranging Raptors or leave it back? And that's a really close decision that might come down to whether we win or lose. There's no way they're attacking in with the 3-2, so if we're definitely not blocking with it, then it makes sense to attack with. Even if they kill our Jadelight Rangers, we can chump the Glorifier. But more than likely, they want to hold it back to block our 4-4 lifelink, which is going to be a pain for them to race. The Brontodon is neutral on this board. It makes our 3-2 into a 2-2, but it makes our 2-3 into a 3-3. Or we could just play a Polyraptor. No, not their own devotion. Bring in Plummet for this. Brontodon can help against this. But that's super annoying. We have a way to kill, like, they have a way to kill our 4-4 lifelink, but we have no way of killing their flyer. Should have put in more Hunt the Weaks, and of course they have a just Impale and removal like that. So this is not looking good. No matter how many Polyraptors we have. Do we want to put our Vampire on here? No, I guess we don't. Ouch. Yeah, Brontodon and I was going to use the mana right away to kill the Squire's Devotion to justify my mistapping, but I guess the mana doesn't matter here anyway. If we go to 8, that doesn't change much. And if they go lower, that also doesn't change much. Let's get some damage in. They will block it. Okay. Thanks, I think. Because that gives them a life, which they didn't need. And it gives us land for free, which we're totally fine with. Dusk Legion Zealot. Can they find more ridiculous options here? What we do, we definitely kill the Squire's Devotion, which takes a turn off. Or it adds, gives us another turn. Still getting pretty dire here. It's already way too big to deal with. Where is all our reach stuff? We need to draw our 2/5 dinosaur. And if we draw another Forerunner, we can find it right away. Have to be careful not to ping our raptors, though, if we do that. Yeah, more vampire tokens is going to be tough to deal with. Do we even have enough to survive here? Yeah, we should. They give all their stuff first strike, though. No, it doesn't give them first strike. This thing has first strike. So if they attack with everything, we can gain a life up to 5. Take 4 and block 3 things, or if they pump everything, we still block the 3 things, but they pump the Bloodletter, 5, 6, 7. So we have to hope they don't draw land. If they draw land, we're in bad shape. Polyraptor time. I don't see how the Brontodon is any better. So don't draw a land, please. Don't draw anything, in fact. Just never pass it back to your turn. Okay, they didn't get the land, so they're just putting us down to 1, which is bad enough. Overgrown Armosaur, that doesn't do it. Okay, that was a game. They have just enough removal to take down all of our Voltrons. Naturalize has to come in. Where are all the plummets? Many more plummets. Splash our moment of craving just to survive a bit longer. Now we can get things going a bit better than this. Land would be nice. Take out some of the stuff that's just not as good early. Like an Armosaur is fine, but the Pterodon would have been better there. Polyraptor, Hunters, Branchwalker. Yeah, I'll submit like this. We'll just hope we can get enough lands. And once we get up to 3, including a green, then we're pretty much set. Game 2, on the play with this hand. Alright. Keep it, and we'll just forego our commune to play Relentless Raptors. It's most likely going to find a dinosaur anyway, and one that we can't cast super early. And they've got a mulligan again, but that doesn't hurt them too much so far. Better to be mulliganing on the draw. I'm keeping 6 this time, so let's just get things moving. Wouldn't mind drawing another Raptor. So turn 3 we can go Raptor plus Commune. There's our Forerunner. Things are coming together. We've got Naturalize to stop all kinds of shenanigans. Here's a little 1-drop to lose a life. No, Dinosaur Hunter. That's not fair. You can't just side in dinosaurs to your, or pirates to your vampire deck like that. You can't just do that. No, they did it. Okay, here we go. We have to attack. Communing first doesn't really mess that up. Give our guy first strike. Okay, no. But we'll commune here. At least it's a 1-for-1 trade. And maybe find something to do. Like another one. Yeah, we find another one. Is that even worth it? I can't even see this. We find another one, or a mountain, to keep us on track for Polyraptor. Or Suncrown Hunters, which could also come down eventually. I'll take the Raptor. I mean, that seems to be something we can do now. And it's pretty good. Then Forerunner into our little rampant growth dinosaurs. Looks good. Are they going to miss a land drop? That would be something else. No, they find it. But no white yet. Ranging Raptors. There we go. Skullduggery would trade with our guy. But regardless, we have to attack here. So let's attack. Let's get him. We can do our trick here again of finding our 1-drop. And then having a better next turn, as opposed to setting up for the much later game by taking another Ranging Raptors, which would be pretty cool. Do we want to play for the long game? They could kill our Forerunner of the Empires, and that is not ideal for us. If they do that, they're still getting a hit back from a Relentless Raptors at the very least. And next turn, so we go 4, 5, and then 6. And if we got another ranging raptors, it would be 5, 6, 7. But it would take 2 turns. I'll go for a ranging raptors. Whatever. Whatever. Ranging raptors on top. Relentless raptors we found with the commune. I could definitely see Impale on the Forerunner. Or they don't have it. Okay, so we're going to go off pretty soon here. Because they are desperate for the lands. Do they even attack? I guess not. We have to block with the raptors, so that means we also have to block with the Forerunner. Satisfy as many conditions as we can. Here, what do we do? Attack first with Relentless Raptors? Or better yet, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Because we could attack first with the Raptors, but then it would put 1 damage on this, and they could trade with it still. Let's do that. Let's just do that. So, ping everything. What do we need more of? We have some double red cards in our deck, but no double white cards. So let's grab another mountain while we're at it. And we could also attack with the Forerunner, but they can trade and kill that, and I don't want that to happen. Not yet. Oh, are they just going to take it? No, they'll trade off. Fair enough. No creatures on the board for them. Possibly Impale here. But for all they know, this is our last dinosaur. They didn't know we had one in hand. The art's not different or anything. What's it gonna be? Hopefully just a creature here. Yep. Oh no! What a silly creature to play. This thing does 1 damage to each creature. Another Forerunner. It does 1 damage to each creature. Let's just do that now while the going is good, instead of trying to set up a double ping. Yeah, we'll do 1 damage to everything. Get 2 rampant growths for free. White, green. And hold up Naturalize. Yeah, that was not the best thing they were hoping for. Finally find white. Shining Aerosaur. Can't naturalize that. 7, we're so close to Polyraptor. And now we'll be there. I wonder... Yeah, we should just do the Armosaur here. If we can tap correctly for it. Armosaur. 1 damage to everything. Then we get a Sapperling and 2 more lands. Three more lands if we want to attack with our Raptors. Of course, they block one of them. Is there some advantage to doing that? Because if we get 1 more land here, we'll be up to not quite enough to do Forerunner and Polyraptor next turn, even if we draw land. So maybe not that. And it doesn't even kill their thing. But next turn is it. Polyraptor with Forerunner. I've never done that before. Always yes, always yield. So we're gonna end up with like 1 Sapperling in play. No, probably 0 Sapperlings. And then 6 more basic lands from our deck. And then 7 Polyraptors. It might not even be that much better with 2 Forerunners in play, because the Forerunners kind of just die at the same time. Here goes. Do we do it first or do we attack first? Now, that's the question. I think we attack first here. Leave the Sapperling back. He'll have his day as soon as the first Forerunner activation goes off. In fact, we should have just attacked with the Sapperling, but not the Forerunner. For whatever good it will do us. If the Polyraptor doesn't win the game, then we probably just don't win this game. And take it all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Polyraptor. Oh boy. We can do some special always yes, always yield. And then, I don't know, the order here does not matter. Always yield. And hopefully it yields to the same, all the same types. So, here we go. Here we go. Infinite? Not quite. Eventually all of the other creatures die. Close enough. Close enough for 35 damage to you. Always yes, always yield. So now everything's yielded to. So we just have to... I thought I said always yes, but whatever. Always yes. So do we get every single land from our deck into play? Mill ourselves after this. Is that it? It is 7. Confirming all kinds of crazy theories. I'm surprised the overgrown Armasaur survived, but it makes sense. It's bigger than the Forerunner. And we ended up with 2 Sapperlings? I guess I clicked things in the right order here. Wow. With 2 Forerunners in play, my instinct is that it would make more Polyraptors than that, but it hardly matters at that point. Many Polyraptors. Many Polyraptors is enough. Okay, certainly we want something like this on the draw. So let's do it. Maybe even Fanatical Firebrand. But we'll deal with it. Here's a good-looking hand. It just needs white to get there. And if our deck has one weakness, it's the color problems. Come on. Branchwalker can help dig for it, which is just what makes this a remarkable card. It always does what you want. It can always get rid of the top card, whether it's drawing it or scrying it to the graveyard. Right, like this is going to the graveyard. And now we're closer to white. Which will be the bottom 4 cards of our deck. And the hand is very good if we draw white in some reasonable amount of time. And extremely bad if we never draw white. Come on. Right off the top. Easy magic. No. But we're winning this race if nothing else happens. And we didn't miss a land drop, so we've got that going for us as well. If we do white there, and then another white, no use wishing for things that just can't happen anymore. They could make... Okay, they're doing this. If they put the enchantment on there, it'd be worth killing it before they get too much more damage in. This is annoying enough as it is. Brontodon, not even the right colors. I'm kind of forced to do it here. Like, if... Yeah, not only do we not have white, but we don't have the double green for the Brontodon. So our hand is just an embarrassment of riches that we can't cast. And they'll trade off there. I guess that's good for us. Buys us some time. No mana problems on their side. Obviously, they'll defeat us easily when they don't have to mulligan. Why would they use white there for the Zealot? Their only white source, holding up triple black. It just doesn't seem to make sense. Walk the plank plus Skullduggery. Just some really heavy black spell where they know exactly what they're casting, and that works too. A little late. But yeah, I'm not even sure if the Ranging Raptors really helps us, especially in the face of removal. What did they draw? Encampment Keeper, it's not great. But just playing Impale here would lock things up. Oh, they want to come in. Not with the Rune Raider, but with the Zealot? Hey, you got it. Look, I'll get my land any way you want. Why would they do that? I guess the bottom line here is they're going to finish off the Ranging Raptors somehow. But that's got to be worth it for us. Fathom Fleet, Cutthroat, yep. No problem, unless we don't draw another land. No. Okay, that's not another land, but does it do anything good for us? Kind of. Maybe it lets us get Relentless Raptor into play. We want to use white every turn that we can. And we have to block with it if they offer, but so far it trades with their creatures. And if it does live, like if they don't attack, we can put Squire's Devotion on it, possibly with another play. All wishful thinking at this point. So much can go wrong before then. Like, in our best case, all they have is a bunch more creatures, and it's unclear if we can even beat that. Or I guess the ultimate best case would be if they have 5 more lands in their hand. But at the very least, they have Encampment Keeper. Yeah, that was the trick. This deck just needed to draw more lands at all times. Oh no! We're gonna get them with Naturalize. Oh, what are they going to equip it to? Oh, it's so good. Come on in. Yoink. We kill Captain's Hook. We wrench this guy's arm off. He goes to the graveyard, and then we take 2. I would have done that pre-combat, except we knew they were going to attack with the Bloodletter anyway, just to stop them from getting a free attack for the Rune Raider. Nice. Alright, we got a 2 for 1. They've gotten 3 for 1 so far out of the Rune Raider. 4 for 1. Okay. Well, that was a fun little turn. Now we're back to reality here. Is it worth getting the Squire's Devotion on this thing? I guess it is, while we can. And is it worth them trading off with it? Even if they trade off with it, that's fine here. I don't want to see a Skullduggery, but this might be the first step in clawing back here. They played all these things. Oh, they haven't played their Plains yet, so one of their cards is a Plains. They've revealed a couple off of Rune Raider. Yeah, they'll go for the trade here, and I accept. A fine-looking trade. We still gain the 4 life this turn, And we have a little lifelink vampire back on defense. Or offense. Whatever it needs to be. Any land gives us a sun-crested pterodon. If we don't do that, it's tempting to get this Knight of the Stampede into play. There's so few tricks we can have to punch through a lieutenant. Oh no. Now their guy's even bigger. And we don't draw land. Not too surprising. But still annoying. Okay, Knight of the Stampede. And if it lives, or we draw land, then we can continue this little game here. Impale. Okay, Reaver Ambush to exile our Knight of the Stampede. That's not bad. And then, is it worth blocking with our Vampire now? No. We can make the same chump block next turn. Oh no. We have to make a bit of a risky play here. Okay, well, first things first. Let's attack with our little Vampire token. Let's get him in there. And then, Forerunner of the Empire. So what needs to happen is we need to draw white mana off the top. Or something like a Ranging Raptors. Okay, Ranging Raptors. Yeah, that's even better. And then we can kill everything in play of theirs. If our Forerunner survives. If they just impale the Forerunner, we go to 2 and things are not looking so hot. Because we have no way of killing their Sky Marcher. Okay, this is the best we could have hoped for this turn. Even better than them attacking with Legion Lieutenant, because we can almost definitely not block. Come on. We could just win the game off of this. Oh, I should have attacked with the little Vampire. Oh well. Be a 5 here. What do we need? We need green. And we need white. And not only does this kill the 2/2, but it also kills the 3/3 by shrinking it. Okay. And yes. And get white. Okay, we're pretty green heavy in this hand, but we're also white heavy, to be fair. Not going to expose our Forerunner. It still has business with this board. Who'd have thought this little 1-mana dinosaur would be so useful in this matchup? There's a lot I want to do here. All our dinosaurs are, I don't know, not too bad. Getting Bishop Soldier into play is appealing. Drawing land with the Jade Light Ranger is appealing. Yeah, I'm going to go for that here. Let's do Jade Light Ranger. Should probably... And then Bishop Soldier. The Pterodon could work, but yeah, as soon as we can get up above 4 life, the happier I'll be. Now we have the City's Blessing, and we can cast all kinds of good stuff. Like... Oh wow, we just drew 2 lands off that. Time to draw another one, I think, with Relentless Raptor. Even though it kills that guy. So yeah, I'll get another land here. Get a green. Soldier and swing. Swing for the fences. Are we actually going to pull this one out? I mean, it looks like it. What else could they do here? Even playing a 4/4 flyer, or 3/4 flyer, but even playing some giant flyer doesn't necessarily win it, because we're gaining 2 back and playing our own flyer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play this guy first. So at least we get one activation from our ranging raptors. I imagine they'll kill our bishop soldier, but that won't be too bad. We won't show them... That Forerunner is impressive. I have 3. Yeah, this one specifically is impressive. Maybe I'll give you your chance to kill it. No, we don't want them to kill it. This Shining Aerosaur needs to take 2 damage for us to finish it off with the Firebrand. Or we could finish it off with Thrashing Brontodon, but that kills our Bishop Soldier. It just depends what happens here. Oh, okay. Let's do Thrashing Brontodon. Tap correctly here. Yeah, it doesn't kill any of our stuff, so yeah. What do we get? Plains, Firebrand, and then since it has haste, we can respond to whatever they do by pinging our own ranging raptors. Yeah, went deep on the Polyraptor. Good games, or games. Anyway, see you in the next match. Round 2. We're up against WotC coverage, Simon G. And they're down to 6. Our aura of making opponents mulligan is intact. We'll keep this. Kind of a bland hand, but we'll make it work. Playing in some kind of blue deck. Ah, can't click on my land. Okay, here we go. Stubborn Sentry. Blue-white. Blue-white Flyers is going to be really tough for us to deal with, but apparently it's blue-white Merfolk instead. Could get in there, or we could leave this back to block. Next turn, it's definitely Squire's Devotion on the Sentry and just attack. Or is it? Maybe not. Maybe it's not. No, it probably still is. And then, if they want to attack, they could double block it. Oh no, they could double block it. I never even thought about that. And then we kill the flyer. Yeah, it comes out alright for us. Yeah, sure. Yeah, they probably should do this. But at least we have a blocker for their Silvergill Adept, and mainly we just want to buy ourselves some time. Nice. We have stalled the board. Oh no. Now what? They have a Merfolk in play. There's very little that can counter our thing. It's not a pirate. So it could be Knight. This becomes a 3-drop with Knight of the Stampede. I think we just play Knight of the Stampede here. And then next turn we can do either Jade Light and Branchwalker, or Armasaur and Branchwalker. Either way, we're in good shape. The other thing to consider there is we're trading off a lot to kill a 2-1, but they also mulliganed, so you know, our 1-for-1 kind of pays off for us, and they're even discarding here, so that is not ideal for them. Just try to drive things home here. See what we draw. We show them this, and we play an Armasaur, and then we can just attack with everything. Against mana-screwed opponents like this, you just have to try to win as quickly as possible, because once they dig themselves out of it, their hand is just full of gas, so they're done with not drawing stuff that they need. No plummets still. And the type of removal we're likely to see is enchantment-based. Is that enough to bring in Naturalize? You kind of have to take a risk by doing it. But I think it is. Yeah, I think it's worth bringing Naturalize in here just to get him. All the white, yeah, all the white and blue removal is enchantment based, all the common stuff, or bounce based. This hand makes me sad. We'll keep it though. On the play you can't keep it, but on the draw, well, you can't really keep it either. But we get rewarded here with Evolving Wilds, which I don't even want to play. I think I'm really tempted to get green with it, so we can be sure to have our second green. But probably get red instead. What do they reveal? They reveal a Jungleborn Pioneer. That's pretty good. Let's grab, and by red I mean white, let's grab white. And then any color we draw is pretty good for us except white. But whatever. Branchwalker. Okay, drawing the second green is huge to get our Jade Light Ranger going. Pioneer, no problem. Did they want to trade off? That would be fine. Ranger is a little more mana efficient. And do we like Snubhorn Sentry? We like it better than land, because then we have to discard for turn. But do we like this? Yeah, 3/3. Cheap to play 3/3 at some point in the game. I'm in. Against this board of all 2/2s, and so far no flyers. Always kind of take away the cards from this zone that we've played or they know about. Oh, what is this? Just trade everything off here. Another one. Oh no. So, yeah, this hasn't been incredible, because now we're pretty far from the City's Blessing once again. But we maintain our life total. Those cards both drew us cards, so that's fine. And they're going to tap down this to get in 4. Okay, so the first damage we're taking here, but we'll start to make a bit of a comeback because they really don't want to attack into the Armasaur here, unless they can tap it somehow again. Lock it down with a Water Knot. Incursion could start to be annoying, but right now it can get 2 damage in max. If they draw 2 more lands, then we're looking at 4 damage a turn. And I think we have enough time to deal with all that. This turn's not brilliant. The best play here is not to be too cute and just play Knight of Stampede and Snubhorn Sentry and kind of get in there with everything else. Do they want to go for killing our Armasaur? They do not. And they can't really attack into this mess. Oh, Kamena's Awakening. That'll get them some card advantage back. Oh, Forerunner, we did it! We did it. Oh no. Don't celebrate yet. I mean, they could counter it or something, but that'll kill all of their hexproof merfolks. If only we had another dinosaur in our hand. And we just want to make all these attacks here. Sure. Would we rather kill the hexproof guys? No, they'll just tell us what to kill. And we kill the 2/2 even. Yeah, let's just find some little dude we can cast. So we do this, and let's even grab the Thrashing Brontodon. Good thing we put in the Naturalize. That has 2 good targets already. Deeproot Champion, not a problem. Especially if they don't cast a spell. So we got it! Forerunner of the Empire, random dinosaurs, and some timely explorers to claw back from our one-lander. Hello and welcome to the finals versus Fifto77. And obviously keeping this hand the best mana we've seen all night. Evolving Wilds or Evolving Wilds. Okay, Evolving Wilds here. Right. We can get white and then play green-green Jadelight Ranger, and that should do it. Or, if we draw our 3/3, we could be tempted into playing that instead. Thunderherd Migration. We'll tell them what land we're getting before before they have to pick. How about that? What are they revealing? Atali. An Atali coming down early. Sounds like a good deal for everyone involved. Alright, Merfolk Branchwalker's not bad to get off the top. But what about Relentless Raptor? If we look at our next turn, Relentless Raptor doesn't really help. And we're limited on white mana, so next turn we're going to have white, or the turns after this we're going to have something white and something white. I think we just put this in the graveyard and hope to draw stuff that'll win faster than a 3/3 Vigilance. Rekindling Phoenix? We might have met our match here. Oh no. Help. Okay, we'll just run into this. Thank goodness. We actually have a way to deal with it. Die token. So we 2-for-1'd ourselves, which is much better than you expect against this mythic rare. I'm surprised they blocked, actually, because why else would we attack than having a way to kill that token? Of course, now we still have to deal with Atali, which we can't, but worry about that later. The Knight doesn't help do the stuff we need to do. Next turn they have Atali in play. So what do we want in play? Jadelight Ranger, I guess. Finding land. Now it finds Commune, which we can bin. And it finds Forerunner of the Empire, which is also not great here. Got to think about how this is going and what our outs are. I mean, mainly we're just trying to trade with Atali. I think we just put this in the graveyard. We have 2 more. So they fetch twice. One of the cards in hand is Atali. Then they'll have that and 2 lands, and 1 unknown. So they play Plains, or just Forest, and they play Atali. And that's it for their turn. So what do we do? We can't get the City's Blessing here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not even that close. And if they have any kind of trick in their hand, so they have 2 unknowns, we're in really bad shape. So we could put the Devotion on the Jadelight Ranger, and then that would trade with Atali. Or we could go Knight of the Stampede to try to survive against Atali. Yeah, and then who knows what they kill. Okay, fine. I mean, if we can't kill it this turn, then I guess we're pretty much dead to its ability, because we're never going to claw back against 1 or 2 free cards every turn. Don't even think about it. Luminous Bonds. That's better than a trick, but yeah, it gives them 1 turn here, uncontested. Overgrown Armasaur. Yeah, that's not one I want to play against, but it's necessary. And they're nice enough to leave our Jade Light Ranger in play, so we can work up to ascend. Okay, 5, 6, 7, so it's not quite to Polyraptor, but we have a 1-mana Ranging Raptors. And what else? Who do we want to power up? In a lot of ways, I want to power up this Ranging Raptor, so they have to kill it and give us another land. Then again, I want to power up this Stubborn Sentry, because that gains us more life. And part of me wants to power up the Knight so they can't get a free attack in with the Armasaur. All interesting options. Let's power up the Knight. I like that a bit more than anything else. And then Stubborn Sentry is now a 3/3. So the boards are starting to come back to more or less even. The problem with this is that if Knight of the Stampede dies, we don't get a Polyraptor anytime soon. Okay. Alright. Forerunner and Armasaur. Jeez. That's not fun at all. They can't get 2 of our Armasaurs in a row. It's not even fair. Well, let's see what they do. They can cast their own Forerunner first, then our Armasaur, and that will make Knight of the Stampede too small to block one of these things for free. Let's see what happens. This way they kill our Vampire, but they also kill their own Guiltgrove Stalker. They get a 1/1. They get 2 1/1 Sapperlings. Well, it'll turn out to be... I don't know. I don't know. They're not even doing that yet. Yeah, they'll get 2 1/1 Sapperlings. And they put a Colossal Dreadmaw on top. No problem. Would we want to use this ability? Yeah, at least we get something for our troubles. So we get Plains, and that'll give us a Polyraptor next turn, as long as Knight lives. So what's the big catch here? The catch is they can pump their Sun-Colored Raptor twice. So they do 11. They do 11. This does 5 to Atali, which kills it. We don't want to deal with that anymore. And we also get another land. And if we take 11 and go to 3, that's bad news for us. I think we just want to trade off with their Armasaur. Take less damage. There's no way to double block Atali so that both things live. What a good hit off of Atali. So annoying for us. This way we don't get our Polyraptor, which wouldn't save us next turn if we got it. Yeah, nothing for it here. Sorry, Knight of the Stampede, but we just can't afford you right now. Yeah, imagine they do pump this thing. So we're still taking quite a hit here of 4. We go down to 10 after all of the damages. Yes, we'll use this ability. So we still need to draw land here, and that gives us a Polyraptor. Is that going to be enough? Probably not. 4, 5, 8. Yeah, I guess it is technically enough here. Or is it? No, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, we just lose. It's so close. They attack with everything. They pump the sun-collared raptor twice, and we lose. They just got too many of our dinosaurs for free off Italy. This will be a hard deck to beat. This will be tough to beat. But the good news is we played really well, and we're in the finals to begin with. Okay, so they got that. We don't even get our first Polyraptor. How to kill Italy. Tillinolli's crown is something that can help pick off that little token. So that's a plus. A naturalize doesn't really help. Verdant rebirth. I don't think that's what we want. Although, we could target the things they steal with Italy and then kill them and then get them back to our hand. Yeah. Better than this would be our second Firebrand, and then we'll take out one of our Armosaurs because they're just going to steal it anyway. Good deal. We'll be on the play here with quite a powerful hand. At least it looks that way to begin with. Come on, another Relentless Raptor off the top. Another Forerunner, okay. We haven't yet had two in play at the same time. This might be the game. Amulet.deck over there, really doing some good stuff. Okay, Raptor has to come in. We're just going to find green with our Evolving Wilds, so not the worst draw in the world. They could force us to trade with their Firebrand, but that uses up their whole turn, basically. What do they get? They get a mountain. It's really funny if they're planning on blocking with this. That's really weird that they wouldn't just attack here, but whatever. Coming in. Because we have to. And then the Forerunners start to work their magic. We play our first one here, and white, yeah, it doesn't matter what color we do, based on what we'll find here. So we get this, we find a good dino off the top, and we'll get our ranging raptors, because those set us up nicely for the rest of the game. It also lets us play two things. Oh, we should have gotten green. I guess we didn't have that option. Rekindling Phoenix. Alright, we're... Yep, that's a tough one to go up against, but we'll get... Yeah, we'll just get Ranging Raptors. Ping everything. And get green. And Bishop Soldier. The silver lining here is they have to attack us with Rekindling Phoenix to damage us with Rekindling Phoenix. It doesn't have vigilance or any kind of nonsense like that. Which means we can race it if they decide to attack. Or we could stall against it if they don't. Forerunner. What's our next find with Forerunner? Probably some bigger, better dinosaur like a 2/5 flyer, or just another Ranging Raptors, in all honesty, just to thin our deck out. And if we find that Ranging Raptors, we can go Forerunner and then Knight plus Ranging Raptors, because that'll make it a lot cheaper. So much for the plan of blocking this with a 2/5. Still not amazing for them, maybe. Yeah, still want Forerunner here. And with the Forerunner, what do we want? Brontodon, Polyraptor. We might as well go for Polyraptor to help set that up in a couple turns. It's our last chance to find it. Yeah, let's get Polyraptor, whatever. Attack out here. So it'll take 2 turns to get there, but at least we'll have it coming up in the near future. They're missing land drops, so no Atali for them right away. And as long as, I mean, it's possible they don't find a blocker for the soldier this time. 2 more hits and it buys us another turn. They've got more lands here. They found red instead of white when they used Amulet the first time. So maybe they drew another mountain right away. Their own Forerunner. Great. What do they get? Atali? Probably not, because they just won't have the mana for it. We knew about our Polyraptor. We can't cast it. But what we can do is attack with everybody. And they do find Atali. Yeah, but funny. So it's the same kind of thing we did with our Polyraptor. They're just hoping to draw land eventually. They probably just block the Bishop Soldier here. If they don't fear a pump, if they fear a pump, they block something that doesn't have lifelink. Okay, they'll block here because now we can't play a dinosaur second main. Or if we do, we hit their own thing, but let's just play the only thing we can play and hope it survives to cast Polyraptor next turn. Cool. So what does Polyraptor do? It kills everything with 3 toughness or less. So not the Rekindling Phoenix, and even if it did, it wouldn't then kill the token that it makes. And that means we want to attack first to get up to 16 life. Well, up to 12 life, or up to 11 life after getting hit by the Phoenix again. There's a chance here. We've got a chance. Do they want to dual shot something? They could dual shot the Bishop Soldier and nothing else really. But that's, you know, either that or they're just grabbing some tea and biscuits. Reckless Rage, that was not one I had on my radar, but they Reckless Rage our Forerunner of the Empire to mess our combo up next turn. No, don't kill all of our 2 toughness stuff. Yeah, they're going for it. White or red? Let's get red. And if they ping this, then we lose our Bishop Soldier and kill us a little quicker. Get white this time. Shoot. Polyraptor. Oh, it doesn't cost anything. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Polyraptor. Don't even want to play my land here. And they just sit back with their mythic rare Rekindling Phoenix that's beefed up from hunting the weak and win with that. Is there anything we can do about this? We can buy ourselves a turn. They just have a unfriendly fire to finish things off. We can buy ourselves a turn with a blocker. And they have Atali. Oh, Snubber and Sentry. I wish we had our Forerunner in play. But we don't. Okay, they've got it. Fun little match here. I'm glad we actually made it this far with Polyraptor, and we even saw it go off once. Beaten by the best. The old Rekindling Phoenix deck. So thanks for watching. Good luck in your drafts, and we'll throw in the towel here.